I've been making, I've been a filmmaker since I was 19, 20 years old. Quit college to begin working in the movies. So, fairly simple decision that I had to make. Always had a bent towards the creative arts. Was always into dramatics and theatre in school. So, for me, making a choice of being a filmmaker is making a choice of living a certain kind of a life. We can call it a creative life, or we can call it, well, it's a certain kind of a life. That's a choice that you make. It comes with its series of challenges and rewards. Just to quickly, I'm not going to take too much time. It's a beautiful design, by the way. I'm just looking at the like, how do we sit on this? Like, we'll figure it out. I remember when I was 19, 20, I went to a career counselor and sat across and said, look, I need to study cinema. And in all her years, Pavam, I think she was very young, but in all her years, she hadn't met a candidate like me who said, I want to study cinema. And she said, look, I need a few days because I haven't had a query like this. The weirdest one is somebody coming and saying, I want to be a vet or something like that, and I could give information, but this is, I've never heard of such thing. And this is, we're talking about 96, 97, 96, no, even before, May, yeah, 96. She took a couple of days and then gave me a list of institutes where I could professionally go. And I'm saying this because we were talking about the formal informal setup. I had a choice of having a formal education in cinema. I remember looking at the Film and Television Institute of India, the National School of Drama, and I was petrified of telling my parents that I'm going to make this choice. How does one do this? How do I, because what, you're not going to write your civil services? I mean, you know, you just said you were going to be in the army. So I didn't want to traumatize them, and I was actually like, how do I do this? And I'm still studying, and I absolutely loathe it. Who cares? Legislative assembly mein kya ho raha hai, you know? So what I did was, I think one of the smartest things I've ever done, which is, while I was still in the final semester of college, without letting my parents know, I just stopped going to college. Yeah, they just thought I was just heading to. Yeah. I couldn't take it anymore. I mean, a year later I went back and wrote my exams, but that was my leap year. That was my leap year, and something that very few of us get to do. In my final year of college, I stopped, just like literally stopped going to college, but the assumption at home was I'm leaving to college every day. Previous to that, I actually hadn't been going to college for 2 years anyway. So this was not exactly, but I would just attend those examinations. What would be happening is I was immersing myself in cinema. I was luckily going to a college which is surrounded by, I was in Nizam, so I was surrounded by all these theatres and habits. Anyway, I'll quickly fast track. That year when I decided not to finish my final semester is the year that I got an opportunity to work as a production assistant in ad agency, media production company. They did all kinds of things. And among my first jobs was to literally go and tell a concept to a painter about what the vision of India should be like, and it was his job to sort of paint it. I spent an entire night literally watching paint dry. For me, the thrilling thing was I'm in a film studio. I've made that, you know, and after that I had to go to the airport and pick up a star and check them into the hotel. I mean, sort of starting from the really bottom down and kind of make your way up has been something I wouldn't have had with a formal education. Like taking the leap, working with people, making your way up, and finally 10 years later thinking I'm ready to start making my own films. So yeah, I'm a filmmaker, and we'll talk more. Yeah.